Well, hello everybody, good evening and welcome to Tenerife, Spain. This is the Basketball Champions League, and what a heavyweight battle we have for you tonight. It's Iberostar Tenerife taking on Umana Reyer Venezia. Iberostar Tenerife being introduced here to the home crowd. Remember, Iberostar Tenerife, one of the top teams in Spain, a team that also won the inaugural competition a couple of years ago on this very floor. What a performance, season-long performance it was. They've been moving from strength to strength this season. Of course, last year, a lot of people expected Tenerife to get back to the Final Four. Things did not go according to plan in the postseason. They know that you can trip up at any time in the postseason, but this is a team that clearly has designs on winning the title once again. Umana Reyer Venezia will pose a significant challenge to them tonight. One of, if not the powerhouses of Italy, a team that just continues to churn out results, and they will be looking to get a famous scalp tonight here in Spain. Always a lot of fun here in La Hamburguesa. Chus Vidoretta there on the right, back coaching this Iberostar Tenerife team this year, and doing a whale of a job. Remember, he led them in that first year when they won the title, and then left for Valencia Basket, coached them, and after not really a bad season at Valencia, things they parted ways, and he came right back to this great club. And you know, hopes are high that they're going to have the same result in the Basketball Champions League that they had in that inaugural season. And for Umana Reyer Venezia, well, what can we say? They made it to the Final Four the first year. Last year, they didn't even get to the playoffs of the Basketball Champions League, but nevertheless remained one of the top teams. Still won a European Cup last season, and here they are. I wouldn't say cruising along, but certainly among the teams that have had a very good season in the Basketball Champions League. And the man that pulls all the strings, Walter de Raffaele, he's been at the helm now. He was here when they made it to the Final Four. He's experienced, and they have a great team. There's the referees for tonight's game. Marius Julin from Romania, Marek Kukulček from Slovakia, and Sasha Maricic from Serbia. The team's players doing their final warm-ups here, final stretches. Group B, here's the five for Umana Reyer Venezia tonight. The starting five: Julian Stone, Marquez Haynes, Bramos, Vidmar, and Valerio Mazzola. Iberostar Tenerife at 9-1 in Group B. Umana Reyer Venezia at 7-3 and in second place, but two 6-4 teams hot on their heels at 6-4. Both PAOK Thessaloniki and Una Holon. There's Walter de Raffaele, the coach we talked about. Also, Nanterre 92 right in the hunt at 5-5 and in fifth place in Group B. It'll be San Miguel, Colton Iverson, Ricciotti, Abramitis, and Javier Bayron in the starting five for Iberostar Tenerife. I'm pretty sure Javier Bayron would get some MVP votes. He's had a terrific season. One of the real stars of this Basketball Champions League campaign for Chus Vidoretta. Had to go on the road last week, won a very tough game at Fribourg Olympic. But the bottom line is they won and continued to build on what's been an outstanding season. They won that one 72-66. Colton Iverson making the team of the week after that great performance. And you might have noticed as you looked in the media that they also paid a visit to the House of Basketball while they were in Switzerland. just outside of Geneva, also the headquarters of the Basketball Champions League in Mies. There's Marquez Haynes. And Javier Bayron. So we're about ready to start things off here. Umana Reyer Venezia third in the Italian standings with 10 wins and 5 defeats. Four wins behind Armani Exchange Milano. Città Savellino at 11-4 in the Basketball Champions League in second place. Manoli Cremona also at 10-5 and in fourth place. Same record as Umana Reyer Venezia. Iberostar Tenerife fifth in the Spanish Liga Endesa. Well, good evening, folks, and welcome here to Tenerife, Spain. We're in the Canary Islands, and this is the Basketball Champions League, one of the heavyweight battles of the week. Rodrigo San Miguel running the floor here for this Tenerife team. He's got the ball. He's going to launch the first shot, and it's going to be long. Tenerife fifth in Spain with 10 wins and 6 defeats. And Ramos misses with his first attempt from long range. Iberostar Tenerife coming off a 96-91 win over fellow Basketball Champions League side UCAM Murcia. They won that game in Murcia. Now it's back to Europe, and the shot clock expires, and the ball goes back over to Iberostar Tenerife. Umana Reyer Venezia, big winners over Opava last week at home, 102-81. And of course, they won at Unet Holon the previous week by a single point. Three-pointer, Ricciotti. So Ricciotti, the Argentinian, drills it. Bounce pass, and Iverson grabs the miss. Iverson goes in for the dunk. Colton Iverson picks right up where he left off last week. Haynes dribbles in and misses. Vidmar goes up for the rebound and is fouled. So Abramitis reaches in and commits the foul. Look at Iverson going in for the two-handed flush. Yeah, he says. Give it back to me. Disappointed that probably he didn't have a picture of himself on the walls in the house of basketball. He wants to make sure one goes up. He's been a good player in Spain, has Colton Iverson. Had some success. Now a little bit of a dispute here initially. Chus Vidoreta, Julian talking the Romanian referee to Vidoreta, explaining what the problem is. And Iverson went down holding his face like he caught an elbow from Haynes. Well, they're going to take Iverson out to check him out to see if he's okay. Mamadou Niang comes in, and in many respects, that's an even greater problem for Venezia with Mamadou Niang and his shot blocking ability. And Marquez Haynes says, let's go, it's go time. Walter de Rafael calls the play. Ricciotti gets down low, says, you're not going to pick me up, I'm going to make it. I'll put it up myself. The Argentina international. Smooth as you like. Well, down low it goes, and Vidmar bangs his way. Now Rodrigo San Miguel, his team up 7-3. How does this impact the offense now with Mamadou Niang? He wants to pick and roll. Watch him. They're going to dump it down low to Javier Bayron. And the lead now 9-3. Haynes again strokes it from deep. 6 points for Marquez Haynes. Ricciotti fouled by Bramos. I tell you, Bayron on that last shot for Tenerife, that gives us a chance to talk about him a little bit. His last 3 games, as you look at the foul by Bramos, Javier Bayron had 15 against Bon, 13 against Nanterre, 13 against Fribourg. I mean, he is a model of consistency. Shooting 52.1% from the floor this season overall. Mamadou Niang flies in for the rebound, gets it back over to Ricciotti. Ricciotti got to launch it. He gets swatted by Bramos. Get that out of here, he says. He passes up to Haynes. Haynes flies in. Abramitis gets it over to Bayron. San Miguel into the corner now to Abramitis. Don't forget Abramitis, he can stroke it himself. San Miguel quickly to Bayron. Dribbles behind his back, puts it up. Vidmar with the board. Now down low to Stone. Back out to Haynes. He puts it up from deep again, and he draws the foul from San Miguel. 3 free throws coming from Marquez Haynes. San Miguel, I got to get a hand in his face, he says. He's already been hitting it. Whoa. Didn't see any contact at all there. Well, Haynes will try to take advantage. And he misses the first. Marquez Haynes with 6 points already, but 0 for 1 at the stripe. His second one is good, so off to what can only be described as a fast start here. All 7 points for Venezia. And he makes just 1 of 3 at the charity stripe. Marquez Haynes averaging 15.6 points per game. Yang sets the pick. He's going to go to the basket. Quick pass, though, to Bayron, who gets it back outside. And Antoine Gillet, who's checked into the game, makes an immediate impact. The Belgium international strikes from deep. Mazzola. Excuse me. Yeah, that was Mazzola missing that 3. And now missed by Tenerife. Haynes gets it over to Stone. Now Vidmar Takes it down low, goes hard to the basket and scores despite Mamadou Niang being right in his grill. Well, the experienced Vidmar, remember, he was a part of that FIBA Eurobasket 2017 winning Slovenia team. Bounce pass to Niang, gets away from him, now in the hands of Stone. Vidmar also in the Banvit team that played Iberostar Tenerife in the final here 2 years ago. And now the bump. Mazzola fouled as he went baseline. Here's again. Antoine Gillet went out to guard him. And the 2.05 meter, 6 feet 9 inches, 30-year-old Mazzola went baseline and was fouled. He had 8 points last week. Now he catches it. Over to Stone. Stone! Drills it from the left corner. Antoine Gillet says, how many of these do I have to make before you get a hand in my face? That's 2 in a row for him. And the quick response from Stone takes his tally to 5 points. And back to 15 to 14. It's heating up nicely, folks. Davin White. And another three-pointer, this time from Brusino, Nicola Brusino, their other Argentine international. Mitchell Watt in the game for Venezia now, number 50. Mazzola gets it over to Stone. Oh, Stone cold! Three-pointer, banks it in. That's right, folks, the bank is open. It's late in the Canary Islands. Stone making a deposit. Bassis, number 10, the point guard now for Iberostar Tenerife, and the pass, and Yang having a hard time getting into the game. Not even catching the ball. And driving in and scoring with Haynes. He's going hard to the basket. He wants it tonight. You can see it, 9 points for him. He and all of his Venezia teammates know this would be a very impressive win tonight. Austin Day checks into the game. One of the game day MVPs of the week. One of the MVPs of the week, rather, this season. Haynes goes out. Whoa, what a start for him. So 10 points for Haynes. Now Bassis. Stefano Tonut comes into the game, the Italy international. Here's, oh, that's Niang. That's what we've been looking for. Look at Chus Vidoretta. And he has been slapped with a technical foul. He thought there should have been a foul called on the play. I thought he was celebrating the dunk, but he was complaining. And now Venezia will go to the free throw line. Goodness me. What a play from Mamadou Niang, skying high for the alley-oop jam in traffic. But Austin Day will try to get one of those points right back here with the technical, and he does. The former Gonzaga star, former NBA player, Day. Let's see if that technical fires up this Tenerife team. Bramos off the back of the iron. And Davin White, who joined this Iberostar Tenerife team only recently. He's played with him. He was in that title-winning team a couple of years ago. Also played last season. Here's Bassis. Brasino tries to get the ball back in bounds, unsuccessful. Like last week was, look at this. I mean, that is just sensational. What a finish from Yang. And in all honesty, I disagree with Vitoretta there. I mean, you know, that's just that's a great play from Yang under pressure. Day from the right. Shot clock about to expire. He's going to have to put it up. Great defense from Antoine Gillet. Mazzola, or excuse me, Watt gets it too late to be able to do anything. What a clash. This is what the Basketball Champions League is all about. Games between these two giants. It is exciting stuff. Davin White looks for space, gets it back over to Bassis. Now Brasino from the left. And Antoine Gillet gets it back, puts it up, almost. Well, Umana Reyer Venezia showing what they're made of. Iberostar Tenerife have got a real battle on their hands. It's Umana Reyer Venezia leading it 21-20 at the end of one. Four threes for Tenerife, 4 makes inside the arc as well. Venezia, 3 of 8 inside the arc and 4 threes. The big difference is they've been to the free throw line and they have hit a few free throws. Ricciardi started things off, and then he had that beautiful bounce pass. This will be a game where it's going to be difficult to choose which highlights to show because there's going to be so many. Colton Iverson with that jam, and he ended up having to leave the game. We're not sure specifically what the problem is. He was holding his face after some contact, apparently from Haynes. Haynes, meanwhile, has come out and scored 10 points in the first quarter. And then Antoine Gillet came out. Pierre-Antoine Gillet drilled his first 3. Stone got in on the act. I mean, it's just been one great possession after another for both of these teams. Antoine Gillet hit his second 3. And then Brasino said, oh, how about me? This is how I earn a living. Hitting the three-pointer. But Haynes likes the big occasion. That for me is the play of the game right there. I mean, that was sensational. In traffic, catches it, arms fully extended, Watt bearing down on him, and he threw it down. Come on, Chus, this is a man's game. You got to be able to make plays like that if you're going to win. You're going to be a big-time team in this competition. And I thought it was pretty good defense. Even better offense. Stefano Tonut starts the second quarter here, underway. Also into the game, Andrea Di Nicolau. Oh, what a move from Washington, and he gets it over to Day, who drills the 3. So Washington also in the game and making a nifty pass into the corner. Saiz in the game as well, number 11. Here he is, catching it down low. The Spain international pushed by Washington. Well, that'll be a great battle, won't it? Boy, what a luxury to be able to bring Saiz in the second quarter. I mean, he is just like a shot of adrenaline every time he comes into the game for Iberostar Tenerife. Another foul called on Umana Reyer, and Walter de Rafael says, I didn't see a foul. He just got a hand on Saiz as he got into the lane. Bassis gets in the lane, puts it up. Are they going to count it? No, they're going to say before the shot. Davin White, Mr. Excitement, gets it to Saiz. He's going to go. Oh, he's going to get rejected. Great play by Day, and then quickly up to Tonut, and he is fouled while making the or no, they're going to say it was goal interference. I think it was. Anyway, great play by Umana Reyer Venezia. Defense turns to offense, and they're up by 6. Saiz, this time the jump hook misses, gets it back. And the tenacity, the tenaciousness, the resilience of Saiz gets it right back. That was Watt who had the block. Di Nicolau, Tonut. That's a nifty play from Tonut, but offensive foul called on Tonut, getting some space there. Clearing out a little bit. Bassis to Saiz. Oh, the rejection from Watt. I thought that was on his way down. Saiz gets it back at the line and hits the jump shot. The miss from deep, rebounded by Abramidis. Bounce pass again. Brasino over to Saiz. And Saiz again. Drills it from the free throw line. Look at this block from Watt. No, that was Day who got that block. Somebody needs to tell the official scorekeeper.
Place the ball. Throw this control from the weak side. This is not the back. Stay closer. Don't miss to stay on your man and piece. That's it. What's the press? What's the press is all. If the press is all the mount, and then we go for up guard to guard. In offense, if it's regular, we go hard score. Hard score. Okay? Let's go, guys. Let's go. Watch your head. Got 2 seconds.
26 apiece here with Tenerife and Venezia. Watt gets down low. This time Size blocks it. Watt stays with it. And 2 shots are coming up. Boy, that is a real battle down low. Size on both ends of the floor. Look at this. Watt backs his way in, and Size says, no way. Then he complains about a little bit of what he thought was an elbow. And Size comes out. So Size got the block. Now, I don't know why. Now, Colton Iverson had already left the game complaining about an elbow from Haynes. Boy, there's some bad blood in this game. So Watt goes to the line and misses the first one. The second one is good. Bassus left wide open. And again, this time a foul called on Watt. Boy, Iverson really getting after it with Watt. This is getting nasty. Here's Iverson, clearly taking exception to the contact. Goes to the line. Vitoretta, who's already been teed up tonight, pleading with the referee. I'm not entirely sure I agree. Great coach, but I think the refs are on top of things. Tonu. Oh, what a pass from Tonu. Oh, over to Day. Oh, that is beautiful basketball. Great passing by Venezia. Finished by the slender Vidmar. Looks like he's lost some weight, doesn't he, Gasper? Now Abramitis. Oh, my! Abramitis strokes it from the left corner. Three-point shot has been the best friend of Tenerife tonight. They're 5 of 11. Day hits it from the baseline. Iverson passes back outside to Abramitis. And Day raises his hand to say he committed a foul. some profligacy at the free throw line tonight for Iberostar Tenerife. Second miss. Look at that. Again. Now into the corner it goes. Tonut for three. It's good. Umana Reyer Venezia. And Vidmar holds his hand like he's been hurt. Day. Now Vidmar gets it to go. This is a supremely focused Umana Reyer Venezia team tonight, going to work on one of the title favorites, Iberostar Tenerife. 4:24 remains in the first quarter. 6 points the advantage.
Red and large. Not only red with Hayes, and with the others contra. Hey, it's not enough deny one time because finally he shot alone. David, you were near to him. He starts three-pointer, throw the pass, you go. He shot alone finally, and you were here with Hayes. Hey, we have to make. In offense, that side is a good goal. 4 up, guard to guard is a good goal, and we were moving the ball. Okay, guys, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Bayron back to live action. Goes to work on Stone. Passes it back outside to Abramitis. Puts it up on the baseline. What a finish. Haynes from deep. Goodness me, Marquez Haynes drilling it from everywhere tonight. 3 shots from deep from him and 13 points overall. Bounce pass, a second rim rattling dunk from Colton Iverson. Austin Day left open, drills the 3. 8 points now, the advantage. Tenerife losing earlier this season on this very floor to PAOK Thessaloniki, and Umana Reyer Venezia is showing they mean business tonight. Javier Bayron calmly gets it low and turns and scores a little jump hook. You have to be impressed by the sheer determination of this Venezia team tonight. But that miss, numbers. Lucas Steiger in the game on the left, in the left corner. San Miguel loses control, gets it back. Now gets it to Iverson and was able to catch it and score over Haynes. He had the advantage And cuts it back to 4. Look, he's breathing, he's huffing and puffing as he goes over to the bench. Probably tired from that big dunk that he had. What a game.
If they press, we go hold, and then we go into two side, Gabby. Stay lower, Austin. Walk out here. Yes.
And the switch, Polski before. It's totally central, it's impossible to do. ¿Vale? Venga, el ataque sin pérdidas, tirando a tirar.
"13 points for Haynes tonight, 3 of 3 from deep, 4 of 7 overall." Now shooting it and stroking it is Stone. He has 11 points. Bayron gets it to Iverson, who's doing a great job down there using his strength. I mean, he's got two players on him, and then Stone coming over to help out. Still is able to catch it. Look, he's trying to fend off Bramos. Then he catches it. Second one is good as well from Iverson. Already 9 points for him, the big fella. Five points the lead. Seems like Umana Reyer Venezia should be up by even more. They've been playing that well, but Tenerife sticking around. Here's Stone, puts it up, and Abramitis gets it over to San Miguel. Bayron, little alley-oop, well defended by Vidmar. This Venezia team has scouted this game well. Tenerife winning the first contest between these two teams. Go back to October 31st, and Iberostar Tenerife traveled to Italy and had quite a memorable game, outscoring Venezia 25-13 in the fourth quarter. And Iverson had himself a nice game that night, 10 points, 6 rebounds. He's about to equal that already in terms of points. Steiger on the break from 3. Back to a 2-point game. Thaddeus McFadden tonight, he played very well for Iberostar Tenerife in that first meeting with 21 points. This shows how deep this Tenerife team is. Final seconds ticking off the clock here in the first half. San Miguel, his second foul on Haynes. Haynes also was terrific in that first meeting with 19 points. He had 5 threes go down. Something about seeing the yellow jersey of Iberostar Tenerife brings out the best in Haynes. Mamadou Niang comes in. Stone takes a seat as well, as does Vidmar. Haynes launches, that time short. And Steiger, does he get off in time? I don't think so. Doesn't matter. He misses anyway. So Umana Reyer Venezia, they lead it 45-43 at halftime in a real humdinger in La Hamburguesa. Well, you see the numbers. Tenerife 15 rebounds to Venezia's 11. Referees being booed as they walk off the court, but that's normal practice in Spain, quite honestly, when the home team's losing. Haynes has the 13 points to lead all scorers. Iverson has the 9 for Tenerife. Watt credited with 2 blocks, but I believe one of those belongs to Day. Stone with 11 points. And Day with 9. So it's game on, folks, here in the Canary Islands. It's Umana Reyer Venezia leading about 2 at the break. Enjoy the highlights. We'll be right back for the start of the second half. Well, folks, we've got a good one on hand tonight here in the Canary Islands. It's 45-43, Umana Reyer Venezia on top of Iberostar Tenerife. And, you know, the fact that Iberostar Tenerife trail by just 2 points perhaps shows just how good they are to withstand that type of performance in the first half from the Italian club, because they came out and really played good, hard basketball tonight. And the question is, can they put another 20 minutes out there like that? It'll be interesting to see what type of adjustments Chus Vidoretta might make. But one thing's for sure, this Venezia team means business tonight, led once again by Marquez Haynes. Remember, he had 19 points in the first meeting between these two teams. And tonight, he's come out and scored 13 in the first half. Alston Day also has 9 points, and Julian Stone has 11. Well, if it was easy, it wouldn't be any fun, would it? So the Iberostar Tenerife fans have to be thinking, well, we picked a good game to come to tonight. This is a lively encounter, and just 2 points in it right now. Remember, Iberostar Tenerife 9-1, and again, on this performance, you have to throw Venezia into that group of teams that really can challenge for not only a deep run into the playoffs for the Final Four, but who knows, maybe they could put it all together and win the Basketball Champions League this season. Umana Reyer Venezia didn't even get to the playoffs last year, but they did then enter the FIBA Europe Cup, and they won the FIBA Europe Cup, beating Citigas Avellino over 2 legs. So it wasn't like they had a bad season last year. They just didn't win quite enough games. It went to the last day of the regular season for them, and they didn't make it. But they still salvaged their season with the FIBA Europe Cup title. So we've got 2 very good basketball teams trading blows. Second half underway here in Tenerife. Ricciotti starts the second half. Going right at Bramos. Passes it back outside to Javier Bayron. And I think Bramos challenged Pierre-Antoine Gillet and ended up winning that call. Thought that might have been Tenerife possession. A good hustle by Bramos. Oh, the pass thrown right into the hands of Rodrigo San Miguel. The turnover on Bramos. Now Gillet drives in and draws the foul. He will go to the line for a 3-point play. Wow, he's been tough tonight, hasn't he? So many Belgians over the years have come to Spain and had great performances, and it looks like Gillet is the latest. He's come to this league and has taken his game to new heights. 9 points for him. Julian Stone brings it across midcourt. Now Haynes. So Haynes fouled by San Miguel, and then from the corner, Bramos misses. Tenerife trailed at halftime, but here they are already with the lead. don't know if that was an alley-oop pass by Ricciotti or was he shooting the ball. Anyway, he got it back and drew a foul by Mazzoni. Excuse me, Mazzola. Second foul on him. Venezia led by as many as 8 points in this game. Good defense by Mazzola. Now the quick pass to Bramos. Oh, he was going for the dunk. But he was fouled and will have to settle for a couple of free throws. The Greece international, Bramos, taking no prisoners. Look at this. He was going up hard. And Iverson said, "Not in my house, my friend." But nevertheless, that Venezia bench wanted an unsportsmanlike. But he only got the 2 free throws awarded. Second one is good. Ricciotti over to Bayron. Ricciotti gets it back. And Mazzola scrapping away with Iverson. Beautiful pass, Miguel, and the finish by Colton Iverson. Oh no, they're going to call the charge. Good play by, good defense by Gasper Vidmar. Indeed it was. So Umana Reyer Venezia get the possession back. San Miguel takes a seat and Farron Bassis comes back into the game. Marquez Haynes taking a few bumps along the way, as you can see. One from Bayron, one from Bassis. Now Stone has it up high. He gets it to Vidmar. And now they you called a charge at one end, how about not at this end? 8 points for Gasper Vidmar, and it's a 49-46 lead for Venezia. Bayron in the corner. Gillette, and Gillette misses. He's not going to make them all. Stone sprays the ball out to Bramos. Had some nice hang time there, but didn't have the finish. Now the pass up to Ricciotti. Oh, same with him. Nice hang time, looking for a foul, but it was great defense by Stone. And another technical has been called. Is it on the bench or is it on Villareta? Watch this. They say he got hit on the head. Well, he definitely got hit on the head. There's no doubt about that one. They're right about that one. We just saw it. And for their troubles, they're going to give away another technical free throw. Iverson bumps Tonut, who reaches down to grab his left knee. He's had some knee issues in his career. Watch this. Austin Day in the game, misses from the left corner. And now some contact in the post, and Watt has been whistled for a block. His third foul. And this time, good defense forces the turnover from Gillet. The free throws, always important. Watt misses one, but misses two as well. Iberostar Tenerife already in the playoffs with their 9-1 record. And now an offensive foul again, and it's not been a good third quarter for Tenerife. Foul called on Ricciotti. Watch him. Well, yeah, you have to say, I'm not exactly sure what that was. Bassis could have picked off that behind the back pass. Nicolau gets it to Watt. And Watt called for travel. Saiz back in. Playing some good defense. Bayron passes to Saiz. He's had a good shot tonight. Misses that one. Beautiful pass, Bayron. But Abromaitis takes it back out with Stone right there. Here's Saiz. He's going up. And he was going to try to dunk it, but he was fouled. Venezia not giving anything away inside tonight. I'll call on Washington. Baliga checks in, the Italy international. Saiz, meanwhile, talking about international play, has played for Spain in all of their qualifiers. Spain among the teams that have already qualified for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. He's got 7 points tonight. Nicolau drives in, puts it up off the glass, scores with the left hand. Ferenbasis takes the three and draws the foul from Austin Day. Oh boy, that was generous. It looks like Bassis went down. And Day looks like I didn't touch him. But remember the first half as well. It looked like Rodrigo San Miguel might not have actually made contact with Marquez Haynes on that three-pointer when they called the foul. But, you know, these referees have to call it like they see it. If they saw a foul, they call it. I'm not saying that Day did not touch him, but certainly from that replay, it looked like he missed him. I'm also judging from his reaction. Oh, shooter's bounce that time as Bassis makes all three free throws. Nicolau, a beautiful play, but his bounce pass knocked away. Here's Bassis. And the drive, oh, and Bassis missed it. And from the right, missing it was Duron Washington. Bayron gets in, great defense. Tonu steps in, takes it back out. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Day with a little runner. And Baliga trying to come up for the put-back dunk, but came over the back. So Abermite is fouled with Venezia over the limit. He will, it's been a quiet night for him. He will try to score the 6th and 7th points. And this is another free throw. Abermitis hasn't made a free throw tonight. He's 0 for 3. Just doesn't seem possible, does it? Finally stops the rot. 1 of 4. Abermitis came into this game shooting 78.9% from the free throw line. And now the drive and the dunk from Washington. Right from the baseline. Brusino to, well, Abermitis to Saiz, who missed the easy one. I don't know if Saiz was thinking someone was going to try to block the shot, but he didn't finish. Not like that, anyway. Washington just had a nice flush. And because of the foul on Abromaitis, Austin Day goes back to the line. Remember, Venezia led by 2 at halftime. Tenerife reclaimed the lead, but now Venezia back in front and go ahead by 4. Good press bait by Vidaretta's team. Now Bassis, but what do they want to do on offense? Spreading the court. Venezia going to keep it down low now. Beautiful bounce pass to Saiz. And Baliga thought he had good position there. Look at this. Great pass. Now the foul is called on Washington. Now Saiz misses his free throw. And Tenerife leaving some opportunities out there at the line. Harder to make when you're trailing, but they're 10 of 15, now 10 of 16. Then Saiz follows up his miss and goal interference. So they will salvage it, get it back to 3 points. The deficit. Well, that was Di Nicolao's fault for not boxing out the free throw shooter, I think. Day misses. Brasino able to tap it to his teammate, gets it back. Evan White going to come back in on the next dead ball. Beautiful pass, Steiger to Abromaitis. Look at this play. Well, Venezia have been protecting the rim pretty well tonight, but not on that one.
Was the press? You can dribble by yourself, it's not a problem. In offense, you go one side. Be ready, as before. They got press here. Extra pass. Okay? If not, then you can open also. Okay? Hey, we need rebound from everybody. Let's go. What do you need?
Layups, free throws. This is the key in a tie game. David con Ferran. Jugamos pecho 3, pecho 4. Contra individual y contra zona.
Well, the fans of the Canary Islanders believe their team's going to do it tonight. Good defense from White to knock it out of bounds. Brasino scrapping down low with Washington is called for the foul. So Washington, this is his first attempt. The second as well. Final minute coming up here of the third quarter. White has it. Abromaitis. And, oh boy, Steiger's pass intercepted by Stone. Washington into the corner today. And Brasino with the board. He runs, passes quickly. Good. Oh, Stone got a hand on it, but Abromaitis did not lose his concentration and caught it and scored. Haynes attempts the three. And they've called an offensive foul on Haynes. He was trying, it looked like he stuck his right leg out to try to get a foul called on the three-pointer. Watch his right leg. No, it's his left leg. Now, you don't see it from there. And they called a foul. Well, first foul on Haynes. Final seconds ticking off the third quarter. Abromaitis, good! Oh my, what a dagger! 58-56, and Abromaitis drills the three to give Iberostar Tenerife some momentum heading to the fourth quarter. They're on top 61-56. Tenerife really shooting the basketball well. And not too bad for Venezia either, but you notice the free throw shooting for Venezia, that's become a real problem. Nine of 16. In fact, both teams have missed some free throws, but Venezia 56%, 9 of 16, and Iberostar Tenerife 10 of 16. So some of the highlights, this Venezia team has been a very tough opponent tonight, as you might have expected they would be. Well, Venezia came into this game 7-3, 2 games behind Iberostar Tenerife, and just one clear of Pau and Unet Holon. And with Iberostar Tenerife having already punched their ticket to the playoffs, you know that a little more pressure, perhaps this game has a little bit more meaning for Umana Reyer Venezia. Fourth quarter underway here in Tenerife. Canary Islanders lead it by 5. Watt going up against Saiz. It's been a good battle. Watt moved to his left, looked like he was going to get to the rim, but then lost control of the ball. Ricciotti. Five on the shot clock. Abromaitis come to life here in the second half. Watt went up for a good block that time. Then Haynes is fouled by Davin White. White's first foul. Miss, and the rebound for the Canary Islanders. Well, Pauk will be at Nanterre tomorrow, and Unet Halong will be at Opava. So, basket is good. Tenerife all of a sudden starting to build a lead, up 7. Ricciotti's been pretty good tonight. Well, you know, Fribourg Olympic gave this Iberostar Tenerife a tough time last week in Switzerland. They hit the road tonight in Group B and won at Bonn in Germany, 70-63. So a little bit better than people give them credit for, Fribourg. Well, off 1 foot, Marquez Haynes. Long way to go in this one. Only a 5-point lead, more than 8 minutes to play. Size at the line. Stone brings it across midcourt. Over to Bramos, 3-pointer, and just like that, it's back to a 2-point lead for the hosts. Stone pulls up. I would have put him in front. Casino with the rebound. Three-pointer is good from White. Big game, Davin White, or rather big moment, Davin White. He's had a career of them. His first three is a big one. Makes it a 66-61 lead. He was huge that first year for Iberostar Tenerife when they won the title. Day, soft touch. The ball hits the front of the rim and falls through. Look at White getting in the lane. This time he misses. Stone, 1-on-5, brings it back out. Haynes, fouled by Ricciotti. Third team foul on Tenerife here in the fourth quarter. Tonut. Now Bramos. Davin White again. Shakes and bakes. Mamadou Njai misses. Now the pass, and Vidmar gets blocked. A good play by Nyang, but called for the foul. Well, Well, that was supposed to be an alley-oop, but it was behind Yang, so he has to pass it back out. Now San Miguel was blocked on the baseline by Gasper Vidmar. What is the call here? Well, they called the charge. Vidmar taking one for the team there. No, rather they said San Miguel just stepped out of bounds. There's San Miguel getting in front of Stone and is called for the foul. Well, he had the size advantage. I'm not sure what else San Miguel could have done, to be honest. 4 fouls on him, so he has to go back out. I'll tell you, they are rotating the point guards, the backcourt for the Iberostar Tenerife team. They need all of them on, all hands on deck tonight. Tonut. Oh, sweet stroke from the Italy international. Passes. Here's an alley-oop. Oh, goodness me! Put it on the highlight reel. What a dunk. The second time tonight, a highlight reel dunk from Mamadou Niang. Bramos strokes the three-pointer. Goodness gracious, what a game. 68 apiece. Bayron strokes it, rattles out, but Yang gets a huge rebound. Bassis open. He misses. And this time, fouling on the offensive rebound was Niang. Look at this dunk from him. So Alston Day fouled while going for the rebound, and Day's at the line. Venezia have missed some free throws tonight, and they make just 1 of 2 there. So it's a 1-point game. Just 10 of 17 tonight, below 60%. And this time the ball, the pass, Abramitis goes out of bounds. Good defense from Vidmar. In fact, Venezia 10 of 18 at the free throw line tonight. So that has been one of their issues. They nevertheless lead it by 1. Bramos open. Vidmar called for a push. Davin White back into the game for Ricciotti. Wouldn't it be something if Davin White comes up and hits a big shot at the end? Bayron. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if Haynes hit one at the end. Here's White, strokes the jumper. The shot clock winding down. See, they knew what they were doing when they brought him back to the club. Crunch time, folks. Bramos dribbles behind his back. He's open. Oh, ice in his veins. What a shot. That shot was taken with confidence. Bounce pass into the corner to Bayron. Gets it over to Abramitis, and he's got some ice coursing through those veins. What a contest. So this has to be one of the top games of the season, without a doubt. Take away the free throw shooting. It has been electric stuff. Haynes goes to work. Day for three. The battle for the board. Vidmar stood tall, came down, and was fouled by Colton Iverson. Precisely why they brought Vidmar to this club earlier this season, for these tough battles here in crunch time. Look at this. Washington nods approval. But here is the issue. It's always the issue with Vidmar. He's had his struggles at the free throw line in his career. These are his first attempts tonight. And he calmly makes it. Issues? What issue? He's been solid. Averaging 6.8 points, 3.9 rebounds per game. But shooting 59% at the line coming into tonight. He makes one of two, but the offensive rebound by Day gives Venezia possession with the game tied. Haynes goes to work again. Into the corner, Bramos for three, another one! A Greek drama. 3 points, the lead. Bramos stroking it from long range twice in this quarter. And now he draws the ire of this crowd as he fouls Bayron, who turns away and then comes back and gives him a low five. Watch this. That's good defense. They got fouls to give. And now Stone collides with Davin White, and Bayron asking for an unsportsmanlike. I don't like that. Oh, they have called the unsportsmanlike. Well, clearly Bayron, after he finishes his playing career, can sign up to be a referee because he called that one before anybody, and they've called it on Day. Watch Day. Okay, he's wrapped up with Colton Iverson. Are they saying he tripped? I think maybe he tripped Davin White. It's the only thing I could see. I'd have to see it again. Oh, what a huge, huge call. And White only makes one of two. Here's Davin White. Just went one of two at the line. Gets to the basket now. Iverson. And he's fouled by Stone, so Iverson will now take shots. That is a great possession, great offense by Tenerife to be able to get the ball down on the low block to Iverson to let him go to work. So the foul called on Stone, and Iverson makes the first. He's now got 10 points in the game, but just 3 rebounds. And I'll tell you, Tenerife, again, have also had their issues at the charity stripe tonight. 1 point lead for Venezia. Can they close out a famous road win against the champs from 2 years ago? Haynes hands it off to Stone. Stone flies in, takes the contact, and now he goes to the line. And with that, if the foul is on Iverson, and it is, that's it for him. That's all she wrote. Iverson, team of the week last week. Take a seat and watch the rest of this one. And Saez comes into the game. Stone has made his only free throw attempt tonight. He's got 12 points. Oh, excuse me, it's not Stone, it's Vidmar. That's what the dispute was, who was taking the free throw. So now Vidmar is 1 of 3 at the line. So Iverson was called for the foul. And he makes the second one. And the official score actually said it was Stone that was fouled. So that'll have to be changed. But anyway, they go to the bench. That was a strange sequence. With Umana Reyer Venezia leading by 2.
Pero llegando. Jugamos rápido y llegando, ¿vale? Estamos David 1, Nico 2, David 1, Nico 2, 3 para Javi, 4 para Pierre y 5 para ti.
We go cross in defense. Cross. And wide.
Cross, better. He's faster.
Side. Hey, listen, but on white, are you able to shoot before them better? Show 1 second away because they play for him. Noel! Let's go, guys!
I'll tell you what was interesting to me was that you got Vitoretta talking in Spanish in the huddle. I know he speaks great English, but he was talking in Spanish. I guess he has more Spanish players on the court. So he had his assistant communicating or translating for Davin White, whereas Walter de Rafael, who also speaks excellent English, was talking English in the huddle. And I guess that's because he's got no Italians on the floor right now. So Davin White's going to inbound the ball. Vidmar, Haynes, Day, Bramos, and Stone. That's one of the disputes. Commissioner explaining something about the substitution. So Gillet has to come out. And clearly Villaret has had enough tonight. He's frustrated. Doesn't think he's gotten the rub of the green on the calls, but tell you what, he's got to go back and look at all those missed free throws. 12 of 20 at the line for Tenerife. 40 seconds to go. White fouled by Vidmar. Now, I don't think that was strategy. I think Vidmar just kind of stepped in there too late. And with that, Vidmar is in foul trouble. Ricciotti out of the game. Kind of surprising we haven't seen more of Brusino tonight. And Davin White makes the first one. If he makes both of them, it's a very bad foul by Vidmar, but he doesn't. He makes 1 of 2. So I guess they'll give away the foul to then get possession back still with a 1-point lead is what it boils down to. Venezia need to stop now. Excuse me, Tenerife need to stop. Buckle them up, folks. Thrill time, good defense from San Miguel. 5 on the shot clock. Marquez Haynes drives in. Tough shot, and he is fouled. Big game, Marquez Haynes strikes again. Well, he beat San Miguel. And then he was fouled by Saiz. And the three-point play makes it a 4-point lead. And the Venezia fans say, boy, we came to Tenerife not only to enjoy this beautiful island, not only to climb Mount Tede, but we might just beat Iberostar Tenerife tonight. What a win that would be. This team has lost just once all season in the Basketball Champions League. Well, Saiz went up for the block, but then he looked like his right hand caught Haynes as he was flying in for the layup.
If we have an option to score, easy, we score.
So they'll look for the three, but if they get an easy one to score too, they'll take that as well. The clock is the enemy. But what you definitely don't want to do is foul the three-point shooter if you're Venezia. That could happen. Ricciotti's going to come into the game. Well, what a tremendous result this will be for Venezia if they can hold on. They've got to hurry. Well, it looks like Ricciotti drives in and scores the layup with 3.3 seconds to go. And judging from the way they approached it right there at the end, because they won the first game by 7 at Umana Reyer Venezia, they don't want to lose the potential tiebreaker against them. That's why they let some of the clock go off. It's the only thing I can imagine, because had they taken a shot and missed it, Umana Reyer Venezia could have gone down and hit a three-pointer to give themselves a 7-point win or 7-point lead. And then that would have tied things up. So that's why Iberostar Tenerife, they know they've already clinched a playoff spot.
We make the foul, we take the last option if they miss. We take the last option if they miss. If they take from here, we try to this player.
Well, only Chus Vidoreta will be able to tell us what happened after, but I think that's what it was. They wanted to make sure they got a good shot and to make sure that Umana Reyer Venezia did not have a chance to at least go in front by 7. Now, they could foul. They don't get the steal. Hope Venezia missed one. And they do foul, in fact. So it'll be Day who is going to go to the line with 2.3 seconds to go. And if he makes just one of 2, he tried to get the shot up as the foul was being committed, but it was a little too late. So Watt checks into the game. Haynes comes out. Another great performance by him. Got to say he's the player of the game, although Brahma certainly deserves a lot of credit for his fourth quarter heroics. Well, now do you intentionally miss this one if you're Venezia? You might be tempted. I guess you could make it. Then they could advance the ball with a timeout. And they might not have one. Well, he misses both. They've got to hurry. Abramitis throws up a prayer, and Venezia, in the end, they didn't want to take the chance. They missed it, and Umana Reyer Venezia have won just one heck of a game tonight. Goodness me. Tip your hat to the Italian club. Now Vitoretta is having a word with the referees tonight. The ugly side of basketball. Sorry, folks. He wants to voice his disapproval at the refereeing, but you know what? They're doing their best out there. 80-78, Umana Reyer Venezia win it at Iberostar Tenerife. I guess you have to say, if you're Vitoretta and you're at home and you lose a big game like this, the intensity of the game, you just have to let him blow off some steam. There's no doubt he disagreed with some of the calls, but I'm sure De Rafael did as well. Here's the shooting, pretty decent shooting inside the arc, beyond the arc, but at the free throw line, both teams were lacking. See the rebounding. Venezia did a good job in that respect. And then Abramitis ended up getting hot late and leading Tenerife. Stone with 3 steals. Watt got 3 blocks, although I believe one of those should have gone to Day. And then Haynes, Bramos, and Day led the scoring for Venezia. I think Marquez Haynes probably the player of the game for his heroics. And really more to the point, you know, you're never going to get all the calls. And you might have a game where you disagree with a lot of calls. But what you cannot disagree with is when you look at the stat sheet and you say, where could we have been better tonight? And Iberostar Tenerife could have been better tonight at the free throw line. They shot 59%, 13 of 22. And that is not the referee's fault. That is Iberostar Tenerife's fault. So that's why no matter what happens in the game, you can always look back. Don't agree with the referee, that's fine. But you can always find areas where you could have done better. And likewise, had Umana Reyer Venezia not won the game, they could have looked at themselves and seen how they struggled at the line at 52%, 13 of 25. But what a game it was, folks. Bramos, Day, each with 14 points. Marquez Haynes with 18. Gasper Vidmar with 10 points and 5 rebounds. Mitchell Watt only had 1 point, but he's credited with 3 blocks. Actually, it was -1 on the efficiency rating tonight. Not his best game. The highest rated player, in fact, for Venezia tonight was Julian Stone, who had the 12 points, the 3 assists, the 3 steals. He was plus 17, but boy, those shots were huge by Bramos. He was 4 of 9 from three-point range, hit 2 key three-pointers late in the game. And then you had Bramos, that was the backbreaker there. Haynes driving in, scoring, and with the three-point play going to 18 points. Well, they gave themselves a chance with this layup. And Vitoretta gracious there with the coach, De Rafael, and the Venezia fans. What a great trip it's been to them for the Canary Islands. So Iberostar Tenerife still up at the top of Group B with a 9-2 record. Umana Reyer Venezia pulled to within 1 game of them at 8-3, but Tenerife owned the tiebreaker if they finished level. The better goal differential. Pauk and Unet Holon in action tomorrow, as well as Nanterre 92. And congratulations tonight as well to Fribourg, who won over Bonn. So that's it, folks. Another exciting night in the Basketball Champions League. Thanks for watching.